Today we're in the game with Scarface, and I'm just going to do some general playing and see who turns up. So I'll try and keep an eye on all the chat windows. Let's say, because I've decided that at about 7 o'clock UK time, which I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from around about 2 o'clock, 1, 2 o'clock in America, or 2, 3, depending on the time zones. I'm going to do a weekly stream, and I might do one also over the weekend, but I'm going to open it up for anybody to ask questions in the stream. I'm also keeping an eye on the Hospitalities channel, so if I see any interesting questions come up in there, I can have a look at them for you. But if you want to ask any questions, feel free to do so. Right, now up here I've noticed that I've got friends request, so I'll just accept Validus Moondust into my friends list. So they've done that earlier on, I think. Can't see them. Getting quite a few friends in the friends list now. Don't know if they're on at the moment. If they are, they can shout in. As say, I have a property in Crossroads. Also a member of the Lunar Dragons with this character. So I thought we would look at making some stuff today. I'm just trying to find the recipe book because I can't remember it. It was a long time ago. My swords have got a bit too worn. This one only has a 26 durability, which is quite low. So it's time to have a look at actually getting that replaced. So I've got to work out how I've done it before, because I did make the weapons before. Long sword. I think we're going to need lots of coal and lots of iron. Just go up that. Let's just go into my gems and ore trolley, and we will just take out some ores with us. We'll need the ingot mold probably. Iron ingot. Take the iron ore. Gonna need the long shell braid. Let's see what else we're gonna need. Not certain if we're gonna need these or not. Probably gonna be over encumbered soon. Let's see if there's any other molds. Don't need wire mold. Right. Coal on me. Sometimes have some in the cooking. Got a few chunks there. Let's go and see what we do with the crafting tables. As I say, I've not done crafting for some time, so I don't think there's been any changes in the game. Not yet, at least in that. Made up some makeshift bridges across here. And between the virtues. Oh, got one of them. Up to the crafting pavilion. Somebody's having a rest. And are going to need smelting. There's one over here. So I have a look at the recipe for the sword. long sword, that's what we're making, so we need coal, metal hilts. Right, so what do we need to make a hilt? Oop. Iron hilt or metrionic iron hilt. 2 iron ingots. Just make a normal iron sword this time. So we'll need some iron. Which a hell of a lot. Copper, iron, metrionic iron, scrap. I need to go back and get my metal scrap, cut down on me ore, and I've got some. Let's go back and see if we've got any metal scrap. The problem now, the house is so far away. When we were in Bayloon there, it was just literally across the road. But Crossroads is a better location because it's directly off the map. Take our swim back. It's a big guild property that was bought by all the guild members. I also purchased, in the last telethon, I purchased one of the moon dials whilst they were on sale. Got to work out how it works yet, and then that'll be another video. So we need some metal scrap. It should be in that trunk there. Let's see. 192 metal scrap. Any metrionic iron made? I don't think I do. I've only got some metrionic iron bindings. Right, let's go back. So as I say, if you've got any questions on any of the future shows, because this will be going up on YouTube. It's all done and dusted. I'll be doing streams of around about half an hour to an hour, depending on the demands there are on the week. And if there's any other shows or anything coming up, I can get out of here. There we go. So if you know any new players in the game, let them come and join us in game. So then the stream can go wherever the questions lead us as well. So we need to make iron out of scraps. Now the reason why we need to make them out of scraps is simply because if you make iron ingots on their own, you'll need to use 4 iron ore. If you use it scraps, 12 scraps will take the place of 2 of the iron ore. So that means the iron that you've taken the time to actually mine, it means it goes twice as far. And we can do multiples of these. I don't know if we've got enough. No, we can do 15, so we'll see what we can do with those 15. Or mind you, smelting tongs are going to run out first because they've only got 9 on them, so this is the amount of time as it can be used. The figure on the right is how much it can be repaired to, and the reason why it's 91 is because it's been out with me when I've been doing combat, of course, and it's been damaged. slowly gets damaged the more you die in the game. One of the effects of death in the game, you lose some of the tools or the equipment's ability. So you have to, forces you to replace it so you don't ever permanently keep it. Same with the swords down here. This one here has got durability of 70. This one's down to 26, which is the reason why I'm doing this, to see if we can get this one over here replaced. So anything is going to be very time consuming in the short time it takes to do crafting. There we go, and as I said, the smelting tongs run out first. So I'm just going to unequip them. We have to come out and find the crafting merchant. Now, since R42 we do have to click the word buy to bring up the window. Chat was one of the things that was changed in it. And if we go sell from inventory, you can get 8 gold back for that. You could buy a repair tool, but I think that's more expensive than buying the tool itself. Oh. Spell smithing. Smelting tongs, it's only cost 80, and I think the repair tool costs 100. Not certain though. So we'll just buy one of those, giving us a balance of pay of 72. Then we go back in our inventory and right mouse click and equip them. So now they're all equipped. We can go back to finishing off our iron ingots. Okay, I'm using the filters up here if you're wondering, because as you get lots of recipes, then you can filter them down. Down here I'm going to put 20 again, and it'll give us the maximum that we can craft, which is 6, because we're going to run out of melt scraps. We'll see what we can do with those. I'm using one of the smelting stations. It's got an extra proficiency of 5. One of the benefactors expert smelting stations, which is actually in the public area of Crossroads that Sean, the governor, created for us to use, and anybody's free to use it. Here we go, there's a 6th one. Just want to see what it would take to do metrionic iron. Metrionic iron takes 2 iron ingots. Give me 8. Not at the moment. So take 2. Plenty of nickel. Go on then, we'll do it. Just wondering if it's going to be enough. Might have to make some extra iron ingots, not using scrap metal. And go down here, I think we can only have 8. Oh, we can only have 5. 5's not enough. Right, so we're not going to do that. Just make a normal iron sword. And that's made over here. Make a hilt first. iron hilts. Craft one of those. And then what we need to do is we need to make, what they call it, I can't remember what they called it now. All these are, as you can see in the thing we go, the iron along the thing we blade, which we need the mould for that. 3 iron ingots. Craft that. So we need a total of 5 iron, and then we can make take all that. Now we can go down here and we can make, combining the blade and the hilt, of course with 3 coal. Now this one here has a chance of becoming an exceptional item. So I've got a 95% chance of creating it, and then 23% chance of it being an exceptional item. Now you can only do these one at a time if you want the exceptional item status, so you can't do multiples of them. Let's see if we get one. Let's roll them dice. No, we've got a normal one, which is still not bad. 6 to 18. Can't remember what, I think it gave you extra damage, I think. So let's try and make another one. So how many iron ingots we got? We need 5, so we can make 2 more swords. So we'll go up there, make 2 of those. Now we can do those in multiples because they don't have an exceptional chance. Craft 2 of those out. Craft 2 of the blades then. Take 3, we've got 8 iron, so we can make 2 of those. Let's see if we can get one exceptional one if we're lucky. Go, and then let's put them together. Oh, we've run out of coal, so we've got 1 bit of coal left, so we're going to need to go and buy some coal, which again is from the same merchant as before. So click buy. Yeah, the chat window was changed in R42, so now it looks like it's gone back to the old having to type in, but if you look here, there's a little arrow which if you drop down it will give you the other options in chat. So we only want to go by, so we use it from the top, and use the filter, and we always buy those in lots of 100. Used in cooking as well as metalworking. And fire that up, and we can do 2 of them, we can craft them 1 by 1. And not that time, so, and we've got 1 more we can craft. Lady Luck wasn't with us this time, not to worry. Now, just have a look at something else, because we masterworked them before, didn't we? Can't remember if it was at this station or have a go at masterworking it. Patterning. reshaping. Was masterworking at the alchemy station. I have to try and remember how to do things. Check here. And enhancements. Gem socketing. What is there? One more look. Scroll down. Masterworking. Need some silver ingots. Let's go and see what we've got. Don't know how many I've collected over the time I've been out, so I haven't been selling it. If not, we can probably buy some. I'm sure there's some around here. And we can do a bit of masterworking on the swords to improve their abilities. Head back to the house. So we are getting quite a good few merchants in the area. Which means there's lots of resources, so we don't have to run around the game. This is my property in the game, of course. It's an open lot, so anybody's welcome to come and have a look round. I'm not much of a designer though. Got 28 silver. So I'll put that in there. And now back we go again. One of my goals is to create some crafting tables. They can be crafted in the game. So I am looking at doing that at a later date. They're not as good as the tables that are up here. What we could do is make all the items that don't need any special rewards, you know, just the come up here to create the parts that need exceptional. Right, and we're going to come back here. I'm going to put the word master up there. Ah, did work. Oh, we need the ingots. Got to turn them into ingots first. Put the smelting station. And put silver up here. Enough. I don't have any more scraps, but I'm not willing to wait. It would be extremely better to use scraps, but I'm just going to. Oh, I can only make 7. Now, if we had small metal scraps, we could have changed that into 14. Metal scraps come from breaking down weapons and such like. Of course, you can buy it off of other players. It's halfway. Oh. The person who was standing there has just woken up. Going off running now. Let's say I am actually in game at the moment at Crossroads if you want to come and visit. There we go. Take those, and we can go and see if we can masterwork. See, we'll only be able to do 1. not chosen one of the swords, so that's good. So 84% chance of succeeding, and if we fail we will lose the sword. So that's the risk of masterworking. And we succeeded, so now what we can do is we can have a look, see which one we're going to use. We can lose 10 durability on each of them, so there's no benefit there. So we got 2.5. Love that choice of 2 or 2.5, so there's really only two choices here. Either add critical damage or add 2.5. I think I'm going to go for that one. And now we've now got a sword with a bit of extra critical damage. Now, what we need to do is we'll need to put a gem into it. So we can only do the one sword. Just going to check on that. Now, crafted one hand weapon. You're going to need gem and the mandrake root, which we're using. Going to be using a ruby for fire resistance or fire attunement. Which is what we've got on the sword at the moment. We've got one that increases attunement, which I think is a gem. It'd be nice if I made all the banks nice and shallow. Bit of exercise running around. I do have some gems on my trader as well. Right. And then OP. Ruby. We've got a ward gem and a sorcery gem. Sorcery ward gem, sorcery jewel. I'm a bit confused. Oh, what we'll do? All three, and then I need some extra mandrake, which will just see the mandrake. Only one. Ooh. Where's all my mandrake gone? I've got a few extra in my backpack. I didn't think I was that low though. Okay, well hopefully it doesn't take up too much. Just check the bank, see if I didn't put it in there. Check the bank. Sometimes I put some things in the bank, so I've got some black pearls in here. Got some nightshade. Oh, there we go, mandrake. I thought it shouldn't be that low. Something I use on a regular basis with the fire spells that I use. Mind you can buy them, but I tend to grow them in the game. It might be time to grow some more. Go up here, it's easy to cross I think. That might be an easy way in and out actually. Got to walk down that. There we go. a go at doing some enchantment as well. So I've not done this in such a long time. It seems such a long time. Well, come out to do some crafting. Oh no, not enchanting, are we? We could have a go at enchanting it. If we succeed, I wanted to put that's the ring one. So that's a sorcery gem, that's a sorcery jewel. I missed it. That was the one. There we go. And that's using the gem. So it has to be a gem. I can't do the jewel one, obviously. Oh no, jewels are used in rings. Then you've got the ward gem. Can I use the ward gem? Because I think that's... yeah. Let's give it a go. So I think this will... yeah, sorcery warding. Which drops the attunement down. That increases the fire resistance, which is a difference from the other one. The one on the right, which I'm equipped, is one which I've used a sorcery gem in, and that increases my fire attunement. Looks like the other gem that I just used, which I'll find out in a minute. That one gives you fire resistance and also drops your fire attunement by 5, so I've basically got one offsetting the other there, so rather interesting. Let's have a look at what I put in. Yeah, it's the ward one. Ward ones. The ones that give you fire resistance, drop your attunement, and the gem ones basically increase your fire attunement. Jewels go in the rings. There we go. Learning something new every day. So now we've got the right out. Can we? I don't know if I've ever done enchanting. Do we need charms? Okay. Need 5 gold, 10 mandrake. I'll have a go at it. 5 gold. Plenty of mandrake. I don't know if I've ever done enchanting, so all this running should affect stamina, shouldn't it? Oh. That's a nice design there. Chest up and then mounted a shield on the front of it. Interesting design. So I'm in Crossroads at the moment. got any gold ore. Oh, I've got a ton of it. Got some gold ingots there. Let's go off again. There are some crafting stations inside the guild house, but it's actually in a basement, which would mean we'd have to go through another scene, which would take us longer than walking backwards and forwards to these public tables. And up we come. I've just got some coconuts. Could have used the coconuts to move around a little bit quicker. They can be cumbersome to keep equipping and unequipping them. Right, so filter and enchant ENC. Choose the one we want. No, let's choose a different one. So we'll take that one down, because I think again we might risk losing this, but it's not a problem. Yes, giving us a warning we might lose it. Hold your breath, doesn't matter if we do. Oh, lost it. Mind you, we did get a little bit of metal scrap back. So let's have a go at enchanting these ones then, because my enchanting skill will be very low. Yeah, got some extra metal scrap, and one more go. Oh, that one succeeded. At least we didn't lose all of them. And it's a drop in durability. So, adding dexterity or intelligence is the question. We've got tons of focus. Use that one. So for me, it's probably better to build some swords and enchant them first, because my enchanting skill is lower than my masterworking skill. Don't risk losing them if you socket them. I have a ward gem, but what we could do is we could put a socket in this. Can gamble and we could try again. Don't think so. Might have a go at that later. I don't know how many times you can masterwork them. There we go. We'll use a gem this time. There's no risk in that, so you always would put the gems in last of all. That again has given us a bar attunement bonus. So there we go. That's the sword we'll use at the moment instead of this one. There we go. Let's just go back to the foot. Back to the house. Offload everything. Go out and do a bit of adventuring. So do feel free to ask any questions. There's... Okay, we'll go back this way a bit. And we can just go, I'm just going to go back to thing we offload all of our loot. And we can go out. We're getting used to this new heat system. Right, so I'll just there we go. It should open up nice and neatly. So then I'll open that down there. The coal I'll put in here. Iron ingots. Oops. Yeah, put the iron mould in there. Drake root, I'll leave that for the moment. Put that scrap up there. That sword can stay there for the moment. And those three things can go up there. Now I need that one. That one. Basically this is my backpack. But normally it takes the mandrake out of the backpack first. We use mandrake in our spells, so we need to carry some on us. Just need to open up the magic one over there. Put that lot across there. Then what we're going to do with the old sword is we're just going to put it on the wall. So it doesn't have much durability. That was only got a durability of 26, where the other one now has a maximum durability of, oh, the one at the bottom, maximum durability of 90. And the reason why this right hand figure's gone down because it's been used a lot in combat. But they do need replacing from time to time. Right. Maybe I forgot to take my gem right box. That. I'm using the shift key to bring up that window, so I just pick out one. Before we're going to go out adventuring, we're going to go and get our buffs. So, and then to move around the game a little bit quicker, I've done this, I've created in my combat decks one called Horse, and that will equip my coconuts, which means we can move a little bit faster. The problem with the coconuts is you can't interact with anything. Now, if you don't have your coconuts, you can get them in the game. You just need to watch my YouTube channel, how to get your coconuts. I use this one over here. So we've got two buffs up here. That's intelligence and some focus, which will generally help our focus regeneration rate. I'll just change one of them for strength. That'll be fine. But we can't jump when we're using the coconuts. Right, maybe not. Get close, equip that. They are handy on the overworld map. Now, next next thing we need to do is we need to go and see the Oracle. So I assume he hasn't moved it, no. Now we need to go and visit the Oracle each day to get our 500 gold and 500 experience points. Just by simply agreeing with them. There we go. Open up our chat, drop the windows down here. Truth. He says we don't like that. Then we go courage. He says I like that. And then where's the last one? Truth, courage. They're normally all together. Love. That's important to us. So now we've got all the information. Go test. Path of truth. Now truth. Click truth. It says behold in disdain, in which the answer then is a no. If it was courage, it's important to us, then it would be a yes. Seeing that it's truth, the answer is a no. Because basically we agree with him, kind enough to give us 500 gold and 500 experience points into our pool. So it's well worth doing that each day. Now we're going to go out into the overworld map. As I say, I am looking to do these each Friday afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world, or even night. Here we are on the overworld, and thought I would go to my favourite little haunt, which is the Serpent Spine Foothills. Got some other players in the game. And now if we try those coconuts, should be a bit of a difference out here. And basically increase your speed by a little bit. You're supposed to be able to outrun the bandit instances in the game. Just wondering what happens if you become over encumbered. Right, I'm just gonna. My decks are normally linked with what I'm wearing. Oh, nope, still got the coconuts on, not to worry. Change them in a minute. But they changed the loot tables. We used to come in here to get halibuts, but now they've taken them off the loot table. Changed them with different items, which aren't worth as much, but I still think it's a good area to come because you get a lot of different resources in the game. Right, now, that might be just as easy just to take note, because I'm going to have the wrong combat decks. Close equip. I did tie those other swords in. I was wondering if it's going to tie in the new sword. Good. Yeah, now ready to go and fight. First of all, come into the opening scene and we'll collect the resources. Check to see if there's anybody else in the area. If you hit your numeric 0D, it brings up your nearby players. you are in an instance, it's always handy to know if anybody else is going for the same resources as yourself. My carpentry skills are getting nicely up. There's a nice bit of iron over here. I think it's around about, I'm just counting them in my mind. There's 6 iron nodes without going down in the mine. So as I say, it's got good varied resources. Of course, if they're there spawning, which the trees always are pretty much. And it's not far from central Brittany. Failed. Always astounds me when you've got high harvesting abilities. I'm just going to reset those. Specialised tool, here's another iron. Oh, it's coming into night time as well now, so right, let's get ready to rumble. Flame the sword up. Stunned us on his first thingy, which is something new. Each of the enemies in the game all have their own specialised abilities now, so they've got an extra ability, which can make them rather interesting to fight. Now the elven mages will actually heal themselves or heal other elven characters. Makes them rather hard. I've done a video yesterday. It was a level 3 skull, and the mages were healing, so it made it much harder, or not harder, much more challenging. These tweaks in the games, I look at them as challenges. It's like, yes, there's no halibuts in here, but there's still plenty of other resources, so we're coming in here for not so much for making money, but if there is something that is people are making too much money out of, they will rebalance in the game, as they say. I mean, they have increased the gold that they drop, so you can get up to 25 gold, so some positives and some negatives. Not just up here, there's another iron node, but be attacked by a group. Well, these are all green to me, so they should be okay. Never take anything for granted, because I could be stunned quite a few times. Stack that. Specialised combo attack. Of course, I can stack these to make them stronger. Effect those two for another combo attack. Here comes another 2 in now. Been stunned. And again we've been stunned. Now you can jump, I think, to get out stuns. Oh, how much health? With that red glow coming around us, we know we're getting low on health, so it should be okay. Also getting low in focus. Now with the new heat system, if you've got fixed tiles, like I've got a group of fixed tiles over here, if I click once, I can actually click again, use a little bit more focus each time, or you can wait for it to time out. Before we would have had to wait for the tile to completely time out, which has been really handy for when I've gone into battle and virtually dying, you're running away and just constantly healing yourself. So, which, as I say, some of the changes aren't too bad. See, that one only gave us 7 gold, but they were only giving around about 5 gold before, so spike clubs not worth as much as halibuts. I think they were about 120 before. They do way less, so you take everything in balance. And a rusty axe. 6 gold out there. So loot tables, the loot tables have changed, so it's not just in here, it's throughout the whole game. Now there are over here some lettuces which can actually eat them and they'll give us another food buff, not a very big one. I should carry 2 food buffs in the game, and I've got to work out what other food dish I'm going to carry. This one only lasts for 1 minute or 2 minutes, a bit of extra focus. I've done that so you can get 2 food buffs. Cotton here, and there's a tree there. Oh, going to get interrupted. Not to worry. Let's flame the sword up. Won't bother with the immolation around us. 2 fighters. At the moment, seeing as I've come into an area we could be stunned in, started to retrain this one up a few more, which will give me stun resistance. I've got it up to 14.5 at the moment. See how many times I don't know how high I'm going to take it yet. Because as you get more and more skill points, you've got to decide where you're putting them, because your death decay, when you die you lose experience points, and it can also come out of your pool if you're not protecting them. So when you get to a certain level you can't afford to keep maintain on. So to stop people from masterworking everything. And another one over here. First one nearly always stuns, but because I know that I'm in a relatively high area, my food, I don't really have to worry too much in this one, which is strange because this is a, I can't remember if this was a level 3 or a level 4, but I was in level 3 with those elven mages, and it certainly felt like a level 4. This is a nightshade plant. Now, all these resource nodes will always be in the same places, so if you mentally work out where they all are, then you can always come and check them out for yourself. Just over here, there was another one down here for nightshade. Sometimes I've got reasonable amounts on them, even though my skills are rather high. Early on we used to just camp the area out, but now I think they've dropped their spawn rate, means we can move in between sometimes. Yep, there's one here, another ore here. Up there. So I picked all of this lot up, other than the coconuts of course, since we've been out here, so you can see you've collected quite a lot of resources. I think I came out for an hour before, I still ended up with, after I'd sold everything, about 3,000 gold, so which it might not be the most lucrative thing. Mind you, I didn't sell everything. I didn't sell the wood, I didn't sell the carcasses from the wolves, that was just the weapons and a few other items that I don't bother keeping. I can sell the emerald ash borders at the moment, as I don't have anything in the recipe as of yet. I'm sure they will do, but they're called nice high value. Another iron node here. You might see them sparkle from time to time. That's one of the skills. Crafting tree, if we go under mining, top, and that one there, survey mining, stability of you seeing it, which is the sparkle effect. So as you train it up, you slowly get to see them. Sometimes a couple of nodes down here, because they sparkle, they just slow down and stop. You can actually find them. Normally a tree there is one. There's normally two over here as well. One of them's harvested. I'm just saying these wolves are being very tolerant at the moment. I normally only attack them if they attack me. Normally they attack me more than not. I did see something flash. Oh, that was a carcass which had been killed by a wolf. Another one there. Mind you, he didn't like me looking at that, did he? Skin him. One of the meals that I actually do eat is wolf and lamb chops, so I need wolf meat, which of course comes from, that wasn't wolf, that was the deer, or the doe, but the deer carcass you can turn into venison meat. Take wolf now. Go. Remember to come out of combat so we can move. Now, sometimes in here there's an iron node. See it sparkling at me. Might as well clean up this stag. Just have a look around. I know that was there, that's a nightshade plant. I'm sure there was one in here, not to worry. Again, I don't think these are used in anything, so they're handy to sell on some more nightshade. As I say, it's not only the combat we come in here for, it's actually the gathering. Another 9 out of that. Let's say, where are all the wolves? There's normally a good pack of them down here. There he goes. Keep the weapons armed, so just in case we get another attack. Times 2 on that, which again is to do with this one down here. So if you learn this skill, you get the ability to mine or skin or harvest the same node more than once. Weapons away. We'll drop down this tree. There's normally some bears up there, but they're not there today. So we've got again ridiculous chance, so we're harvesting it twice. Normally you can only go up to 4. Some people have said they've had 10, but I don't know if that's quite truthful. But I've always learnt to say never, because their skills could be vastly better than mine. Carpus there, which are worth 40. Let's have a look in the rocks, because I don't know if there was an iron node up here. Yes, there it is. Cast a light. We're at the middle of the night now. Interesting, because in the telethon we actually got a miner's helmet that's supposed to give us light, so it'd be interesting how much light it will give us. Oh, that wolf wants to run away and must have known that I'm in the area. Oh, there's the bear. So the wolves took it down. Climb up the sword. Off we go. Oh. Okay, let's face him, because I don't know if we're hitting him. Bear just timed out, so we didn't not get a chance to skin the bear. We didn't kill it, so ×2 on it. I have had a ×4. What we got now? So quite a lot of loot. Wolf head you can actually make ×2 again on that one. Wolf heads you can make caps out of them. So if you're lucky enough to get a pristine one, then you can make extra, make the I can't think what they're called now. Plaques out of them. I think they're not called plaques, but that's what we're going to call them at the moment. And something else I sell as well. It might be used in recipes, but I'm not going to sell those as well. They're normally coming up through here. There's normally another iron node. Hasn't spawned at the moment. Now if that wolf goes running in there, that's now going to draw all of those people. And if you're within range, they'll all come after you all at once. So, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on your abilities. .2 maple wood out of that. Let's just go and see. Right, let's get ready to rumble. Combo combo on that one. Don't know how many more skill points to put into that one. $16 gold. Now, let's get ourselves recouped. That's the next lot we go in for. I'll have to take on a group of them. And let's see if we can get our flame effects running around us. See, they're all stunning us at the moment. That's the one I wanted. They don't stun us, good. Got the flame effect around us now for extra damage. We're looking for the more of the food. Health's getting a little bit low. These are the ones we want. They do a nice swiping damage. Should be okay now. There we go. Just far off a couple of our health. Oh, I'll use the Elysium one as well. Running out of regents for that. Garlic effect. Garlic. What this effect does, it's quite high up in the tree. It's in the sun tree, it's this one here, so you've got to come all the way down here. This one here is hidden, which you have because you basically learn the ability to get this one, of course. You've got to get up to level 40. It does some extra healing on you, and it also damages the undead. So, but I'm not using it in this area, but in some of the other areas you can use it as an extra healing buff. And if you're in a group, I believe it kills another 1 or 2 people if they're inside the effect area as well. Let's come out of combat so we can recover a bit faster. It's the wolf that went running in here. There we go, the effect's worn off now. 3 more lettuces. Now you can't sell these because they have a value of 0. If you were using them in the game and eating them, I believe you can use them for cooking recipes. You can't sell them to vendors. Some of you died down there. Now there is normally an iron node up here which doesn't look like it's spawned. See a bear and a paddy over there. We've also got the tree just here. Is that bear going to attack me? Yes. I'm just going to join in. Of course the bears have a... they'll push you back. Mind you, we can't go back anymore, so... that's the bear dealt with. Skin Mr. Bear. Get by a bear carcass. Our fighter, and then we'll go and get the wood. Oh, I just got some spawning coming on again, so we're probably going to be interrupted. Yep. Let's flame those swords up. Stack those for a later date. I don't think it's worth using it for 2. tree again. Now sometimes if you do get interrupted from harvesting, the second time you harvest it, sometimes it might harvest quicker. ×2 on it. And the pecan nuts are very handy, used in cooking to make cooking oil. 18 gold out of that one. 23 gold out of that, so that's quite good. So I say a lot of people are not coming in here because the halibuts have gone, but maybe not as rich as it used to be, but still not a bad area to come into. Club and the tree. Let's just check our 149 out of 300, so I can still carry another 200. Before the halibuts also weighed quite a lot. My strength ability up. I think if I needed to drop one, I would probably drop a little bit off the strength. Before we were getting it up to carry the halibuts. There's that one there, which is up to 60, which has added 30 to my strength. If I was looking to drop some, I'd probably lose a little bit out of that. There's another one. There it is. Oh good, it's coming up for dawn now in the game, so we should start performing a little bit better. Now, yeah, it's an iron node here. Need some more of those to try and make better swords. Let's just go and see if we can. There's only that one. I was wondering if there was any more. And he ran all the way back. Quite fast actually. And let's harvest the cotton. Normally I tend to leave the harvesting of the cotton because it's just as easy to grow. Just got another one to spawn. He stunned us. One coming in behind. So we'll just get ourselves a better combat position. Let's not be attacked from behind. Spike club and some more gold. 10 gold. Now, let's go back to the trees. Again, there's nice 3 trees in a row here. ×2 on this. Long walk for the tree. Because they all only mine from one particular outside. Doing well with my wood chopping. Mind you, the skills are getting rather high. Just going to have one more quick run around this area and then we'll back to the other. And choose old flame sword up, flame sword. Flaming of a sword doesn't use any regen, so it adds, of course, the chance of fire damage. So just have a quick look at that, and that's in the. Just trying to think, oh, it's in the fire tree, wasn't it? This one here, flaming weapons. But it adds a chance of extra fire damage. And the other thing is I'm using dual wielding, which is in the blades tree. Or is it tactics tree? Tactics tree. You've got dual wielding down here, using offhand weapons. So it gives you an extra tile to use in the game as well. It's the path I get so we can get back to the beginning area. Normally there's some roving bandits as well. There they are. Just redo my weapon. And here they come. That's the offhand weapon attack, which doesn't use any focus. And one of these is in a little glitch because he's walking around. Bug. What's this? Yeah, it's still walking around. Don't pick up the loot because he'll come back. Another good thing is he's getting extra fire damage on him when he's a. See if we get fire damage on him again. There you go. Even though we're not going to be hitting him. Taking fire damage. It's nearly down. There we go. Now we've got that. A little bit of free falling to do. You can see some bandits. We're gonna jump the bandits. I'm gonna get across there. There we go. Down there, a little bit of falling damage. As you can see, and once you get down on their level, I'm actually going to go and collect them all. That'll do. And then wait for myself to become unstunned. Let's do the group all together. That's the one we want. Nice flame effect around us. Don't know if we're attacking them, so I'm just going to change my better. If you find you're not damaging them, sometimes if you just do a quick move round, that health. All of them? Yeah. Let's go back to the beginning, as I would say. I wonder if I can damage that by walking in. Yep, I can. That's interesting. Never done that before. Because I've got the flame effect around me, of course it's done enough damage to entice the deer to attack. Oh. Here we are back at the beginning. There are other areas to this map as well. There's an area with mostly wolves and bears in it. As I say, it's mostly the wood and iron. Nice lot of loot out of that. Hear the bear up here. Normally a bear up the top here. One is over here now. He's moving around a lot more. But they have changed the AI in the game, so they will have that failed and improved at the same time. Because my forestry is now up to 71, which just adds to the proficiency. Might mean something more later in the game. Failed again. It's at a 95% chance and you failed twice. How much have we got? A fair good loot tree out of it in the end. The iron node hasn't respawned. Is moved. Oh. Does it feel like having a go at another bear? Oh, there's another benefit, that stun effect. It's training very fast. Kill Mr. Bear, skin Mr. Bear. Bear head. And he was feeding on this deer. So I'll take the venison. Hide. And just check around us, any enemies. Always skin the wolf. Oh, here comes one. Will I get a chance to skin it? No. Very impolite of him to wait, isn't it? It's not his turn to die yet. Was expecting some to be down here anyway. Some animal hide. 12 gold. Now, as we're saying, wolf want to attack me? Yep. It's a piece of me. Oh, and we're going to be interrupted, so we might as well. More fighting. Right, let's loot first. Skin. Wondering how much. Didn't take a track of how much gold we had. Can't remember how much I had. I did look at it yesterday, and I think I was off just the gold that's dropped in the game. I think I got around about 600-700 gold for about an hour out of this area. Stunned again. Gained a little bit more in my abilities at the last, putting my emphasis on training at the moment, which is in the sun tree. Just gained this ability here, increases the amount of daylight time you have in the game, because at night time, unless you're using night magic of course, you don't fight as well. But with this ability here in the sun tree, it increases the amount of daylight. The one above it here also gives you extra strength only during the daytime. So I think I'll get that to about level 50. I might stop that one. Right, let's go around and see if we can draw a few. That will have to do. Lucky this one up here might come in. Let's use the Elysian Light as an extra buff. A healing buff. Gold out of that one. 22 out of that one. Is the order up here? Nope. Looks like the ore hasn't respawned. Look at the lovely stuns. Oh, wolf once. Don't normally get attacked up here with a wolf. go. Oh. Break that crate. Bit of metal scrap. Tree there, but we are going to harvest it before they get attacked. I thought they were busy up there killing something. Gold and another 18. Do a bit of harvesting. Oh, there we go. Carpus. I've heard them fighting before, so I thought I'd go and chop the wood, and they must have been fighting the timber wolf here. See another one over here, hiding behind the rock at the moment. Nightshade. Some flame effect on the sword. And what we'll do now is we will finish it up in this area. Now I'm going to have a look at what I've got and teleport to a friend. Just looking at, alright, teleport straight to, and then we go back to Crossroads. I think I'll use my recall scroll, which should take us directly back to, unbound it to my property in the game. If we don't get attacked. Oh, it looks like we just got away with it. Because you can bind yourself, your recall spell, you can bind it to guild property, your own property, or to any of the town criers in the game. So in my YouTube videos I do cut out these sequences. So even though we're here, I still can't access my house because of some delay that's on there at the moment, which I never have before. I'm not certain if it's a bug, but I have to wait around about 2 minutes when I can access my mailbox. It tends, there we go, I can go in now, which is a bit quicker. I did take out, as I was saying, that lighting seems to make some effects, so I did take out some aggressive lighting that I had in the property. But now we're going to craft some of our tools and into more valuable materials. So we'll go back to our crafting stations. What we'll do first of all is we'll come to the carpentry station, and I can't really do all of them. Just seeing what I've got in the list. so I do want to sell some of them for money. I think I'm going to break down the axes and salvage these down, because they will give us some metal scraps, which is what we need for helping us with our smelting. I'll sell the clubs. I could also salvage those as well. So that's how you get metal scrap in the game. And if you have anything like bows, things like that, they'll tend to give you scrap wood. So, but needed some metal scrap. Then I need to go to the butchery station. And here we turn our carcasses into meat. Which, if you haven't got the recipes, you can ask players in the game, including me, and some of them are teachable. And then, or you can buy them from, most of these recipes all come out of old Owl's Head. It's the rabbit, good old rabbit. Some rabbit meat. And we got a deer, which will get crafted into venison. As you can see, it's breaking it down into more valuable items. That stag carcass is worth 5. When we craft it out, it's now worth 12. It's actually worth more than that if you sell them to other players. Animal bone is used for making something in cooking. Don't know if the sinew is used. The venison meat is for obvious things. We have the lovely wolf carcasses. 3 of those, so we can craft them all out at the same time. And each one of those turns into 2 wolf meat. It doubles your money even if you just sell it. You can get around about 4 times the money by selling to other players in the game. But it's an easy way of increasing the value of the items you might have. It's always deciding what's best to keep and what's best to sell. What I do is sell off some of the final bits, so go buy, sell from inventory, and you can sell the animal bone. They're worth 32 at the trader. And tons of heads. I tend to just sell those because I don't know what cinnamon bark is used in dyes. See these emerald ash borders. Give you a nice cash boost. Keeping the ores. Most of the wood stuff will be keeping the metal scrap. The nickel will be keeping that because it's better to sell it to other players. Got 26 nightshade, which I tend to let them get in bundles and then sell them on my store. Nuts we use. Some cotton. Sell the sinew. These clubs, I'm actually going to sell them. We don't get a fantastic amount of money for them. And then the suet, I've got plenty of that because I haven't been using it. Tons of wolf heads, worth 4 apiece. As you can see, that's given us an extra 754 gold. And we've still got quite a lot of resources to use or to sell. We'll just go and offload all of our loot. out the best way to cross the river. Cross up here and then it's got a nice level bit. And stumble across his makeshift wood bridge. We have asked in the game if we can get proper bridges, but they're having problems with it matching up at either end. But they haven't said no. And here we are, back at the store. And what I've done with my little storage boxes here is they're stacked out in a net area, so we can actually double click on them. They all lay themselves out. They all have their little areas. You just have to move the backpack down. It's like the hide goes up here. The meats go into cooking. Of course, the wood, coconuts are our items. That goes into food. Granite blocks. Lettuces we couldn't sell. I don't know if you can use them in recipes at all, so it's like maple wood, you know, use that to make furniture and such like in the game. Cotton. Might be time to put some of that on the merchants. Nightshade. Oh, we're getting low in that anyway. Nuts. Sooty bark. And finally the venison meat. Wolf meat. Now we've got ourselves all organised so we can get crafting. And as I say, this is where I'm going to finish today's session. But I will be looking to do this each Friday, as I say, from UK time about 7 o'clock, so 3, 4, 5, it's from, I think, from around about 2 to 3 o'clock in America. I'll have to work it out so I can tell you properly, and I might also be doing one on Sundays, and I'm open to any questions that you might have, so you can bring questions and then we can go and have a look at them in the game. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and thanks for watching.